Comic fam, we have two big winners, some flash keys going out to you, so stay tuned to the end of the video. Oh, and enjoy your top 10 hot comics list. Another week, another list of hot comics that we need to discuss. How you doing, comic fam? I appreciate you joining us today. I'm your host, Comic Tom, and this is your hot 10 hot comics list. Comics that are spiking, moving, and shaking in the market. And I'm sitting here today with the Key Collector Creator, the best comic book app that exists on the market for both Apple and Android users. We got Nick.
Tom, it's good to see you. This is a fun list. This is a crazy list. I can't wait to get to it.
We got major keys on this list. Dude, I think we may have uncovered the biggest Star Wars comic book that no one knows about.
Yeah, Tom, I think this is going to blast everybody's mind into hyperspace. So please, before you go, hit that subscribe button.
And let's jump into this list. At number 10, we have, wait, this can't be right. Venom number 4, the second print? I thought we were talking about 3. Wait, number 5.
It's a crazy world, Tom. This is the second printing, number 4. Copies in circulation, there's only 5,600. So this is starting to heat up at an average of $30, and it's an 800% increase of copies sold this week over last.
Okay, so last week we were discussing the debate. What is Null's full cover appearance? Let's just get the comics on the screen and let's just show the dates. The first comic we're going to talk about is the one that made the list last week, Venom issue number 5. This is a store exclusive, the root of the debate. Does it count? You know, if a store exclusive has that key moment on the cover. All right, well, that book came out August 23rd. Then we have this issue, Venom issue number 4, the second print, hitting the stands the 29th? Wait a minute. Is this Null on the cover, Nick?
It is. It's an avatar of Null. So it's almost like a projection of him. So it's one of those things where the story plays a role in what's on the cover. Do you feel that's Null because you are looking at him, or because it's an avatar? Is it not Null? Does this count?
Ooh, the questions get even deeper because this comic book is one that's being spec'd on, but spec'd on the least. And then we have the one that's being spec'd on the most, in my opinion. But the last on this list, Venom issue 3, the third print.
Right. So if the first cover appearance, because it's a store exclusive, doesn't count, and the avatar appearance doesn't count, then this is the first appearance and it counts. And then we're out of ideas.
And that issue came out September 12th, 3 weeks after Venom issue number 5, that store exclusive. Comic fam, let us know in the comment section below. What do you think about this? Because all of these are spiking, and we want to know your thoughts.
Tom, I just would rather move on to number 9 and get away from this conversation entirely.
You're right, Nick. Let's move on to number 9 before we have another punchline situation. We have Red Mother, issue number 1, Boom Studios. Goodness, making the list, but it's a variant, and you know it be a variant by Peach Momoko. It's the year of the peach. I've been saying it all week. Been saying it all year, comic fam. And for good reason, because this book's going for $120 at 9.8. We're seeing $40 average sales of this book with a 1,100% increase in copies sold. Look at all of these sales of Peach Momoko variants over the last couple months. I mean, all of these books are going for staggering amounts between $200 and $500 at 9.8. I'm excited, and you need to be following this very talented artist.
Peach Momoko is just a fun name to say. Momoko.
There you
Momoko.
go. Momoko. What do we got at number 8, Nick?
We got Green Lantern number 87. It's the first appearance of Jon Stewart. This week, Jeff Johns confirmed that he is going to produce the HBO Max Green Lantern special. That's awesome news. So, a little bit like 2 years ago, Jeff Johns was writing the movie Green Lantern Corps, and the 2 lanterns that were confirmed to be in it, and you can go on his website, Mad Ghost, and actually see that this information is still there. Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart. So the spec, which is a strong one, is that one of the Green Lanterns is going to be Jon Stewart and the other one is going to be Hal Jordan, because it was already destined to be that way.
Yeah, this last week with this news, we're seeing an increase of copies sold of this very tough book in high grade. That white cover is prone to so many mistakes, of 125%. And we're seeing an average sale, you know, for like mid to VF copies hitting that $150. Now, this is a book as far as like on the high end that I'm excited to see move if this character hits HBO Max. The height of this book sold back in 2011 for just over $3,000 at 9.8. I expect that number to change if we find any information that this Green Lantern is the one we're going to see on the screen.
Hey, Tom, I'm going to give you an ultimatum.
Ooh, at number 7, Ultimatum, issue number 1.
Ultimatum number 1. Now, please, this is an advisory because this is pure speculation. There's rumors going on all over the internet. And it's saying, well, this could be the storyline that introduces the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, Doctor Doom, everything that we've always wanted our whole lives. But it's speculation. But it's not something that we should really take as confirmation yet.
Yeah, they're investigating some natural disasters in this storyline. And we remember in Avengers Endgame, we've been thinking about it since we saw it. What is going on under the water? Like
underwater volcanoes, underwater earthquakes.
Yeah, some Mariner, is it Doctor Doom? Who knows? But people are aggressively looking for any key comic book that they can put their money behind when it pertains to Fantastic Four, Submariner, Doctor Doom, and the rest. So naturally, we're seeing $20 average sales for this book. Yeah, heavy speculation, but if this is even slightly right, this book can go up pretty aggressively. But let's chat about the Finch variant because this is a 1 in 100 seeing a high of $200 at 9.8. Nick, is this not one of the best Magneto covers that's ever been made?
It makes me want to be Magneto just looking at him sitting there like that.
Such a boss,
I'm gonna try it out.
All right, try it out. We are now looking at number 6 on this hot list, and we have George Perez goodness. Batting 3 for 3, by the way. That's 3 weeks in a row we've had this artist make the list with Wonder Woman, issue number 7. The first appearance of Barbara Minerva. $25 average sales of this comic book, and we are anxiously awaiting to end this social distancing, to get out of social isolation, and go to the movies and see Wonder Woman in June.
You might recognize the name Barbara Minerva better as Cheetah, okay? Because that's who it is. Barbara Minerva turns into a cheetah. That happens in Wonder Woman number 9, 2 issues after this one.
Curious that more individuals are going for the Barbara Minerva first appearance. I think that's because we have been anxiously awaiting, any teasers, any pictures of her going full cheetah in this movie. Will it happen? We don't know yet, but we also have just recently seen the announcement, Funko releasing Cheetah as a pop toy, and it's comic accurate. It's got me so stoked. Almost as stoked as number 5 on the list. Nick, did we just uncover what could be the rarest, maybe pretty soon the most sought out after Star Wars comic book known to exist?
Tom, when I found this, I did a double take. I was like, what is it? What is this? What? This is Star Wars.
Wait. Nick, before we tell the community about this mind-blowing comic book, I'm going to make sure they know that they can support what we do and the show by joining the Mystery Mail Call, our comic book subscription service. The link is in the description, or you can hit ComicTom101.com. You join, and we send you comic books every single month. Link in the description, and let's chat about, oh my goodness, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge number 1.
Hey, Tom, let me ask you something. Do you know what an Imagineer is?
An Imagineer? No, I do not know what that is. What is that?
Okay, well, you take Imagine, an engineer, and you put them together, and you got an Imagineer. And these are the people that develop the theme parks at Walt Disney World, Walt Disneyland. And these particular developers did Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And because they did such an incredible, phenomenal job, or so I'm told, or so I see in pictures on the internet, they were given a the scarcest variant that may ever exist in the Star Wars line of variants.
Oh my goodness. They were provided a gift. Engineers, probably not comic book people, and they just threw it in a bag and
I'm sorry, Tom, can I interrupt you? That's Imagineers, not engineers. Imagineers.
Thank you. We got proper verbiage here, comic fam. But these Imagineers, were they comic fams? Did they take care of this gift that they were provided? Probably not. But you know what? Some hit the internet. And oh my goodness, did the prices surprise us.
2 hit the internet. 1 sold for about $1,600. There's a bend in it. There's a little scratch on the back. And then there's one for sale for $3,600. And there's a lot of people watching it. A lot of people curious about what's going to happen, just like we are.
Yeah, 2 different books. The only 2 we've seen. and they both look like they're VF or lower. Yeah, that's going to make this very scarce variant that much more wanted. Let's now take a look at the next one on the list, Nick, at number 4.
Tom, we got Spawn 241, and this is one of many low print run Spawn issues, but the difference is this is the second lowest print run. There's only about 11,000, just a little over 11,000 copies that were ordered by retailers. And you know what? This month, there's an average sale for this issue of about $100. Last month, $30.
Comic fam, you need to know your low print Spawn comic books. And if only there was one place where they were all listed. Ha, just kidding. KeyCollectorComics, the best comic book app that exists on the market. Use the code Tom101 to support the show, but also enhance your collecting. This category, Nick already made it for you. You can go on there and get yourself well versed with all the covers, because this isn't the only comic book that has seen major gains in as little as 2 years.
You got to know what the number 1 is, because the crazy thing is it sells for lower than 241. So check out what the number 1 is. You might have it in your collection. You might see it sometime soon, since the comic stores are going to reopen. You got to know what it is, because it's undervalued. And hey, thanks for tagging us, because you guys are killing it on the hunt, and we're glad to be there with you in spirit.
Make sure to be tagging Nick at Key Collector Comics and me at ComicTom101 on Instagram. We want to see your hunt finds. And shout out to eBay man David, who found a full run of Dreadstar in his back issue bin. We have Unlikely Hero number 8 showing off his Venom issue number 5. Virgin Store exclusive. We know where he stands. Oh, we also have Mike Pal 88 showing off his Peach Momoko TMNT 100 variant. Oh, and then Nick, we got some Grail calls. I like this hashtag Grail call. I want to keep that going. Big congratulations to Chris Barron98 showing off his first appearance of Spider-Woman and Dr. Aphra. Oh, and then, we got another Grail call. T. Chandler88 showing off his X-Men issue number 12, the first appearance of Juggernaut.
T. Chandler.
All right, and what do we got at number 3?
And you know what, Tom? We got to say good job to Matt Comics, who was able to pick up number 3 on the list when he got the key issue alert. Number 3 is Brother in Arms. And you know what, Tom? You're my brother in arms. From a distance, socially isolated, all that.
Brothers in Arms issue number 1. This is a comic book adaptation of a video game franchise, and we know how this goes. Video game comic books tend to be ordered the least, and we are seeing the numbers here. 7,800 were circulated. We also have Option News that's now pushed this book up aggressively. Was once a dollar bin book, now going for average sales at $15, a high sale of $20.
Yes, option for TV. We have video games coming to TV by the truckload, and this is no exception. For those of you who like war stories, this is going to be an exciting series, and hopefully it happens, because it looks like it's going to. They already hired on some critical staff to produce this. Tom, what do we got at number 2?
Dude, number 2, I think we have another one of those like situations we talked about earlier on the list because of the movies that have been delayed.
Hey, Tom, stop keeping us in suspense, okay? Let's go.
I see what you did there. We're talking about Tales of Suspense, issue number 52. This is the first appearance of Black Widow. So close to the debut of the movie. Nick, a 400% increase in copies sold. This is an expensive book, man. That number means something. Why do you suspect people are now putting their money in this book?
You know, I think people were excited to see the movie, and then they were disappointed, and maybe they needed some comfort. Maybe they wanted to go, you know what, I'm going to buy this book because I need something to hold, because I wanted to see the movie.
All right, comic fam, let us know what you think is going on in the comment section below. But this book, I mean, to put in perspective, average sales are all over the place because it depends on grade, but you can get a very low grade copy for around $200. But back in 2014, we saw the highest sale, the record at 9.6, go for $15,000. So
Lord,
that's a lot, man. That's a lot. So if those numbers are too much for you, why don't we chat about a book that's way more affordable? I'm talking like low grade, $20. I'm talking mid grade for $50. Let's chat about ASM.
This is Amazing Spider-Man 86, and this is where the Black Widow gets that leather suit that we all know her so well for.
Yeah, she looks so different in her debut in Tales of Suspense. it's kind of cool to see her debut this suit that we all recognize her in as the Black Widow in Amazing Spider-Man, and an affordable copy. And I love the cover. It's kind of got this like foreshadowing going on.
Yeah, it's like, who's that? What's she wearing? I can't wait to see.
Ooh, and I can't wait to see what's at the list at number 1. Slap that like button, comic fam. I mentioned that I knew who didn't do it last time, and I have a list, and I'm going to be reaching out to you individually.
Yeah, he's very upset with each and every one of you individually by name.
Nick, I'm not as like upset as I am just straight up frustrated. So frustrated that if they don't hit that button, we're just going to sign up our members to join the Black Badge.
Oh, Tom, you just laid down the boom.
Dude, the puns. I can't even handle them this video. There's so many puns.
Yeah, it's really lame, actually. We apologize.
Okay, Black Badge put out by Boom Studios. At the list at number 1, issue number 1, under 10,000 copies were ordered by retailers. And this is like the Boy Scouts meets Mission Impossible. The Illuminati. Like they're a team and they're doing some crazy stuff. And this book has been optioned.
Yeah, it's funny how we come across some of this information. Someone tweeted Matt Kint and they said, hey, what's any news on Black Badge, Netflix with your deal? And he said, yeah, we're just waiting for an official announcement. So it's like, okay, we caught on to it. We sent out a key issue alert, and 400% increase in copies later, we have a book that is now selling for what, $15 on average. Hey, there's also a blank sketch variant that's sold for $150, and that's the high. And it comes with a little badge, and it comes with a little questionnaire if you can be a Black Badger or whatever they call them.
That's right. Like if you want to be part of this group, this is what Boom Studios decided to do. You had to fill this page out and swear an oath to, being one of these Boy Scout members, being able to handle blood and being able to like handle major mature situations. And one of the oaths you have to swear to is, well, keeping up with the monthly newsletter. What is that newsletter, Nick?
A comic book. So in disguise, you have to buy the comic book every month is basically what they're trying to trick you into.
I love it.
It was clever. I thought it was pretty funny.
Boom's like, sign your life away and we will hold you to it. You have to buy this run. I like it. It's kind of like a She-Hulk thing. Read my comic or I'll tear up your X-Men.
It does have that sort of nostalgia to it.
Comic fam, hit the subscribe button, slap the like button if you found any value to what we do. And if you comment down below, let me know how you feel. Let me know what you're doing at the height of this delirium that we are in. 50 plus days of quarantine. Have you done anything weird? I want to hear about it. Nick almost cut his hair, and it will enter you to win this copy of Marvel's issue number 3. It's called Judgment Day. It's got Silver Surfer on the cover, done by Alex Ross, and it's signed by the legend himself. It'll enter you to win if you comment down below.
Yeah, Tom, I'm now fluent in Catanese. I've been learning. Yeah.
Nick is talking to his cat. What are you doing, comic fam? And as always,
meow, 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 meow.
Enough
meow
said. Caprizi 808, congratulations. You're getting this raw copy of Flash, issue number 135, the first time he appears in his yellow costume. And big congrats goes out to Travis Knott, who is going to be getting this graded copy at 6.0. Some comic karma that's going to be coming your way. We have a couple other videos for you to check out here, a podcast, another video if you want to check that one out instead. We have options. We like to do that here. We appreciate you. Have a great weekend.